The winds of change are sweeping across the vast expanse of North America, carrying with them whispers of a potential seismic shift in the region's defense and trade landscape. At the heart of this brewing geopolitical drama is Canada, a nation traditionally perceived as a steadfast ally of the United States, now seemingly poised to break ranks. The catalyst, a confluence of factors, primarily rooted in the turbulent era of President Donald Trump's trade policies and the lingering aftershocks of the contentious NAFTA renegotiations. For years, Canada has been a committed partner in the F-35 Lightning II program, pledging a substantial $13 billion investment. However, simmering discontent has reached a boiling point. Prime Minister Mark Carney's government, representing a hypothetical but plausible scenario of Canadian political leadership, is reportedly contemplating a radical departure, the outright cancellation of the F-35 deal. The reasons are multifaceted. The Trump administration's imposition of tariffs, widely viewed as punitive and disruptive, has strained the traditionally close economic relationship between the two nations. This economic friction, coupled with the perceived unpredictability of American foreign policy, has sown seeds of doubt in Ottawa regarding the reliability of its southern neighbour. Moreover, the post-NAFTA environment, even with the implementation of the new USMCA, has not entirely dispelled the lingering tensions. The perception that Canada was unfairly pressured during the negotiations has fueled a desire for greater strategic autonomy. In this context, the F-35 deal, a symbol of deep integration into the US defense apparatus, has become a focal point of contention. The Canadian government is exploring alternatives, casting its gaze across the Atlantic towards European aerospace giants. The Swedish Saab Gripen, the French Dassault Rafale, and the multinational Eurofighter Typhoon are all reportedly under consideration. The implications of this potential move are far-reaching, extending beyond the immediate realm of defense procurement. A Canadian withdrawal from the F-35 program would send shockwaves through NATO. It would signal a potential divergence in strategic priorities between North America and Europe, potentially weakening the transatlantic alliance. Choosing a European fighter jet would necessitate closer defense cooperation with European partners, potentially leading to increased interoperability with European forces and a shift in Canada's strategic orientation. It may cause questions about the level of trust between Canada and the US and how other NATO allies will react. Canada's Arctic sovereignty is a critical national security concern. The F-35, with its advanced capabilities, was seen as a key asset in asserting control over the vast and increasingly strategic Arctic region. Switching to a European platform could necessitate adjustments to Canada's Arctic defense posture, potentially requiring enhanced collaboration with European allies who also have Arctic interests. The chosen aircraft must be able to operate in harsh Arctic conditions. North American trade relations. The cancellation of the F-35 deal would undoubtedly exacerbate existing trade tensions between Canada and the United States. It could trigger retaliatory measures from Washington, potentially impacting other sectors of the Canadian economy. Conversely, it could open new avenues for trade cooperation with European nations, particularly those whose aircraft are selected. This could lead to diversification of Canada's trade partners and a reduction in its reliance on the US. It is very possible that the US will respond with increased tariffs or trade restrictions on other goods. Domestic political ramifications. This decision would be highly controversial within Canada. Proponents would argue that it enhances Canadian sovereignty and diversifies its defense partnerships. Opponents would warn of the potential damage to the Canada-U.S. relationship and the risks associated with deviating from established defense alliances. The political ramifications could be significant, potentially impacting the outcome of future elections. Canada stands at a geopolitical crossroads. The decision to potentially abandon the F-35 deal is not merely a matter of defense procurement, it is a strategic choice that could reshape the nation's role in North America and the world. Whether this scenario unfolds remains to be seen. However, the very fact that it is being discussed highlights the shifting dynamics of international relations and the growing complexity of geopolitical decision-making. The world watches, waiting to see if Canada will take this bold step and what the consequences will be.